quote-unquote tilted. Fucking Angie.
I mean, if you want a pro tip for me...
Here's the thing. I normally wouldn't get this frustrated, but I've played fucking Heroes. I have struggled through that game, and in that game, you get stunned. You don't have any fucking, I think it's called Zarya's Hourglass. You don't have items to save your fat ass. Why can I play Heroes well, and this is giving me trouble? Heroes did not get its original concepts completely. Some of this shit is obviously ripped, so... Why? Why is this giving me so much trouble? What is it about League that is so fucking different?
Because it requires a bit of skill and knowledge to be able to be aware of, oh, this person probably stunned me. I should probably make sure all of my places are warded before I even think about going to the lane.
I've been trying to ward and such, and
You gotta get into the groove of the mindset of these players. They're just gonna keep dunking it, kind of like the bullies in high school. You don't know how to deal with the bullies in high school. They're gonna come and get you.
Okay, I was in high school. No one bullied me for one reason and one reason only. I was the weirdo. Anyone who tried to bully me was met with oddness on its own scale, and violent tendencies at that.
I'm gonna put it this way. Like, you may not have been bullied through high school, but on this game, no one cares how fucking weird you are. On any game, no one cares how fucking weird you are. They're gonna bully the, living dicks out of you.
Now I'll go play Heroes. I'll leave you guys alone. I'll go play Heroes.
Well, you don't
there is no fun in bullying each other. I don't see it.
Then ignore the toxic people, like the rest of us.
I'm not, okay.
Believe it or not, I met Crit through League. Like,
we weren't.
I don't know how you met him.
I didn't meet him through League. I actually forget how I met Crit.
Steam.
Yeah, Steam. But I mean, I forget how I met.
Yeah, you gotta bop out the 10% of negative people that actually exist in this community.
Okay, we weren't talking about the negative players in League. We were talking about how you have to get into the mindset of bullying characters in the game, like the actual characters.
Well, each character has their playset. Like, it's just like Smite. Like, if you're gonna play against the Zeus, you know not to be aggressive because he's gonna shock the shit out of you.
Yeah, but
it's honestly that mindset.
I don't understand half these characters. I play well, rather not that I understand them. I play them. I should be doing well, but then I don't know. That last game, I've played Twitch before. I know he can deal decent damage. Yet, anytime I shot anyone, it seemed to do nothing but tickle them. I think the only one that was hurt was Orianna. That was the only one. But everyone else I would shoot, I may as well just been fucking using a Nerf gun.
Dude, let's see. Currently, Leona in the tank meta. Like, I saw the Leona. I forget who else was there, though.
There was Yolona, there was... I know Pantheon is fucking stupid about,
Yeah,
Dude, you had no penetration items. You didn't have a penetration item, did you?
I don't know half these items in the game. I don't.
And it takes time to learn these items.
Yeah, like the biggest thing you can do is ask the questions. Maybe
it's just me. I just tend to stick to Heroes because there are no items. Everyone complains about that, but it kills. You know what? I've always hated most of the... I will say this. I hate Might's item system. Trash. Total. I hate League's item because it's confusing and I don't understand what does magical damage and what does ability damage. Oh, this does magic damage, but also this... I'm serious. I've asked, so abilities...
With League, With League, I'm going to explain League's item system to you very easily.
Just want to know an easy character to play. The only one I have is Garen. And Garen gets... And that's the only one, it seems. Everyone else seems to have a skill cap the fucking... ever.
Are you ready to listen?
Trying to vent, alright? Venting helps
we're listening. That's fine, I'm listening. But at the same time, like, when I say, like, okay... Let me pop on my own champions, and I will tell you who I started with as champions. The easiest AD carry. Like, I know most people think AD carry is the play. And AD carry can be the play. Right now, it's currently the play. Every assassin aims for you. But I started off with Warwick. Believe it or not, jungle was my first position. That's why I will always be a jungle main at heart. I started off with Warwick before his rework because he was really low skill cap. He's a little bit higher now, but that's because they reworked him. And I started with Ashe. Ashe is the person you play in the tutorial of the game. She's probably the most ass-brain, simple AD carry you could play because of her kit. Her Q is empowered after 4 auto attacks, and it does a flurry, which does actual DPS versus just 1 auto attack. It hits like 4 or 5 times at once, dealing a percent of damage. Her W is a volley that crit. Her E gives vision, and her ult is a skill shot that stuns people. The longer the distance, the longer the stun. The stun can only be up to I think it's 3 seconds. Other easy champions I could think of that you would have an easy time learning. Karma, she does a ton of damage right now, not that hard to learn. Trundle for top lane. Big bully if you get the right items, and then if you don't know what the right items are, ask. Lux is pretty simple to learn.
Okay.
I'm
Alright,
still...
you're unmuted, man. Go ahead.
The reason that I'm frustrated and the reason that I was venting is primarily because the characters that I gotten, I thought I would do even decently with, but I have recently found out that most of them are immensely high skill capped, apparently. The main ones that I wanted to learn were, I knew going in that LeBlanc would be really hard to learn, so I didn't touch her mostly, because I knew that she would be the worst of the worst. I got in Veigar, because Veigar seemed easy. Just press your W, press your Q, and make damage. I'd gotten Twitch because I didn't want to fall into the Teemo trap. Well, I'd gotten Twitch because a lot of these characters I'd gotten from the key shards, the hero shards, and he looked like the most interesting. I got Twisted.
Twitch is super interesting. It's just certain item builds work on him. He's an odd AD carry because if you're behind, you build one way. If you're ahead, you build a different way. And then if you're in between, like you're kind of doing good, kind of doing bad, it's kind of build your own path.
Sorry, I just wanted to finish naming them. I just wanted to finish naming them off.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I got Twisted Fate, who seems like a pretty solid character when I played him.
I mean, TF hasn't played like professionally since like season 1, but yeah.
I'm not saying I don't know if they're like super good or not. All I know is that
they're fun.
For me to stay on.
The important thing is you have fun while playing the game.
It's easy for me to stay on the front line with him because I can keep regenerating mana thanks to whatever that pick a card ability is.
How are you, lead?
Huh?
Tom.
Oh, you gave me lead.
Tom Kench was pretty straightforward when I got him because, like Braum, he was one of the 2 characters I had off the bat. If only because I was good with characters who... He was probably the most familiar feeling character. Probably the easiest to feel. Shen was weird, just all over the place, getting him.
Yeah.
The ones I had gotten also was Misfortune, but apparently she's all a bucket of problems in herself.
Not really. I mean, if you play her, like, you can play her support, and while you're playing her support, Crit and I both know how to play MF. Do we do it? Not really, but we both know how to. And I watch enough pros to tell you what you should build as support MF.
I played Katarina.
That was before her rework. After her rework, her skill cap flew through the roof. Or if you played her after.
I don't know how to play her. I really don't know when to go in with her. I've got Janna. I just don't like playing Janna. She's not fun to play at all. Fiddlesticks was apparently bad, as people keep telling me. Ezreal is straightforward.
Fiddle is bad in the sense of a mid laner. He's decent as a support, and he's really good in the jungle if you can play him. Like my friend Shadow, the one that I told you was a Scylla main, he plays Fiddlesticks in the jungle, and he can wreck with Fiddlesticks in the jungle.
I'm glad that he's... Sorry.
Well, I'm going to say, like, the thing that I've told my friend who had never played a MOBA before in his life, or the thing I always tell people when they come to a new game, is the best thing you can do is either watch the pros play, and if a champion looks interesting, do research. The biggest thing you can do is go through Riot's list of champions, look at them all, and be like, that looks interesting. You're gonna look up a build. You're gonna look up a gameplay of it. I don't care who's playing the champion, as long as they play it and do decent. Look at what they do, and try to like copy it.
I don't know who would be good at top. The problem with me, I'm not good with watching. I'm good with feeling, if that makes sense. I'm a person who learns best going in and saying, okay, this character feels closest for me, if that makes sense. Sure, I can watch a million times and I could memorize what they do, but when it comes right down to it, when I have to put practice into perception, I fail completely if I don't know who I'm playing. Like,
then honestly, we shouldn't be playing this mode. If you want to feel out champions, their free rotation is new every Tuesday.
well,
Look at their new rotation, and what you got to do is you got to go. Believe it or not, this is what I did. This is why I can play so many champions, and like why I'm like at least halfway decent. At least what I feel is I went to ARAM. You can ask Chris. I didn't touch normals until after I was level 30. I went and I played all random, all middle.
I stayed away from normals in particular. I've only been playing normals with you guys. Like, these are the most normals I've been doing. I normally stay to the co-op mode when it wasn't filled really angry players, which it seemed to be having abundance of for some reason. But
yeah, Bob tends to get a little.
Aside from that, there were 3 characters in particular that I felt most comfortable with. I was learning them. There was Braum, who I really enjoyed. Top. What's a good top character? I wouldn't know.
You can just play Kench. You'll be fine.
Kench is fine.
Is Renekton any good top?
Yeah, but if you're comfortable with Kench, just play
I'd rather you play something you're comfy on.
Yeah.
Alright, fine, I'll play Kench.
Yeah, well, what Tony was meaning by looking at other champions.
I only ask because I don't know, anyway, sorry, the reason that I'm trying to think of the name of what I was going to say. No, not frustrated. Oh, I'm trying to remember what I was saying earlier. I felt comfortable with Braum, I felt comfortable with Tahm Kench, and I felt comfortable with Darius. They all felt like characters that I was best with. And I know that Darius was, I think he's cheesy if people have told me before or something.
He does, like, as you can tell with playing normals, he's banned a lot, but it's because people don't know how to play against him because he's very, if I stay in the fight, I'll win the fight. He's very just
he plays for the long drawn out game. If that makes sense, right?
Yeah, like he's more for the sustained fight. Like that's why he has the bleed. That's why he's got his Q that heals him. That's why he builds tanky. He's in the fight to stay in the fight. And I mean, if you like champions like that, like if you love being in the fight and staying in the fight, like when you said Sion, he's great at being in the fight and staying in the fight.
Well, I was also, well, as I was saying, I was also interested in learning a couple other characters because I tooled around in Smite and I'd played in Heroes of the Storm and it was like, okay, Nidali looked like some fun, but wow, is she tough? Like, I did not expect her to be as tough as it was. But what should I have for top? What should I have for top? What two relics should I have for top?
I would run teleport
and
teleport.
Flash and teleport. You got it.
Okay. But
like it really is a ton of fun, but you don't let the learning curve scare you.
It's not the.
Is she mechanically complex? Yes.
It's not the learning curve that's problematic. Again, I think the most problematic thing I've had in all of League is learning its item system because I don't know what items give me penetration when I look at them. They just seem to all give me 100 different stats. As far as I gather, I've learned some of the tank items at least, like some of the decent tank items, so I have at least an okay tank build when I need to build tank. But whenever I have to build damage, it's like, oh, here, I'll throw 100 different items here. Half of them have actives that are probably going to do something for you. The other half give you like 100 different stats. It's like, what? Do I build this Nashor's Tooth or do I build this Morlanomicon? It's like, I have no clue what's good on anybody because
And
they're
that's
all.
where you use your assets. Use Cryptonite. We're your assets. Basically, what we'll do for you is, if you ask us,
What should I
build?
build for Tom Kench early in the top? Is my
Early in top lane, just start Sunfire Cape. You start with Orange Shield and your potions, either refillable or non-refillable. It's your choice. Because the refillable, you'll get basically two potion charges every time you come back to base, but you're limited to 2 in lane.
I
Or
don't mind 2 in lane.
yeah, then build the refillable
Obvious.
potion with the Orange Shield.
What about that
And then-
3 potion thing? The one that. How does that one work? Because I've.
You can do the corrupting potion. It's,
Well, here's my question. What exactly does what does the corrupting potion do? Because I've seen it suggested to me by some characters, and it's like I have no clue what the fuck it does, even though it costs all my gold.
It
I would've
does some extra magic damage on hit, if I'm not mistaken.
It's so late game potion. It's not worth it for you for now.
Yeah, like
Well,
for Kench, it's not worth it. Like mid lane Fizz, it's worth it on sometimes. It all depends on how you're gonna play.
Well,
But like Kench,
but we'll take it simpler than that. Don't worry about that item right now. Corruption, just
yeah,
keep it off your
like
mind.
right now, yeah. Forget about potions. Like refillable potion and health potion. Those are the only two potions you should worry about.
I'm getting Doran Shield, right?
Yep, Doran Shield
I
and the
can't-
refillable potion if that's what
I
you want.
can't get the refillable potion. Doran Shield takes all my gold.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Doran's one up. Then grab one regular pot, and then if you have to back early on the first
My
one, back
Yasuo,
early
you
and
will
grab
pay.
it.